Welcome back to the latest Weekend Warrior Show interview. I just got off Zoom with a bit of a legend in the music world, in the movie world. He is a founding member of the Wu-Tang Clan over in Staten Island, not too far from where I am right now. I had a chance to talk to him for his movie RZA's One Spoon of Chocolate, which is being released by Variance Films on May 1st. It is a very different film for him in some ways because it's a much more personal drama set in Ohio where a bunch of racist white supremacists are basically attacking and beating up young black men, killing them, and selling their organs for money. So it's a pretty horrific story. It actually comes from RZA's time in Ohio in the early 90s. He decided to do something a little different with this one. It has some of the trademark things that he's known for, like the action, and he also composed a score with Tyler Bates. And I spoke to him about that because I've actually spoke to Tyler Bates in the past. I actually like him as a composer as well. The movie stars Shamik Moore as Unique, who is a just got out of prison. He's an ex-military. He goes to Ohio to reunite with his cousin Ramsey, played by RJ Seiler. He gets into it with those white supremacists, and of course the police, the sheriff is corrupt, and there's other corrupt people there too, all white, of course. But yeah, it's a really interesting movie for his it's a very personal story, as I mentioned. It does have some action. It does have like a bit of a revenge thriller aspect to it, but it's also a very personal story. It's a story about like it's a drama. It's about this young man played by Shamik Moore, who is basically just trying to find his way after being released from prison and getting into this mess in Ohio. Which movie also stars Blair Underwood as one of the nicer police officers, I guess, and also Paris Jackson, who is, as you might know, Michael Jackson's daughter. This is just a week after the biopic about her father comes out, but she plays a love interest for Unique. And yeah, it'll be in theaters May 1st. Check out this interview with RZA, who I really enjoyed talking to about movies and music.
All right, Pop.
2 years assault and battery.
For stopping my neighbor from getting whipped on by her drunk husband.
Cuzzo! You put that man in a coma.
He was a bully.
What do we have here? What's the fucking rules around here, Jonesy?
You tell us, what's the rules around here?
God instructs us to prepare.
Peace. What up, Ed?
Hey, RZA, nice to meet you, man.
I think I like your background, kid.
Yeah, I was especially from the movie. Consider my New York studio apartment, which looks like a crap. Yes, I'm a big fan of everything you've done over the years. I'm so glad I finally have a chance to talk to you. I kind of read that this is something you've had in your pocket for like 13 years,
Yeah.
and I
No.
also read that you were in Ohio back like in the 90s and stuff like that. So is this kind of inspired by something you heard about or saw or took place around you?
Yeah, I mean, of course, it's inspired by some things I saw, heard, some things that I lived through. And then, so a few different stories all combined here. Some things that I read about. So there's definitely a lot of inspiration from true events in this film. The beauty of a movie is that you get to play with it, right? So you get to take in something that happened in life and have a guy fucking weld together some brass knuckles for it.
I mean, it starts out as a movie very different from what I expect from you, and then by the end, it turns into like a movie that I would kind of expect from you, from the Iron Fist movies and some other things. You worked on this 13 years ago, and then you've done all other stuff. Obviously, since then, you directed other stuff. Was just finding the right time to come back to this, or
To be honest with you, I was stuck at page 40 so I didn't get the rest of the script written until New York State of Mind tour. I was on the back of a tour bus with Nas and my wife. I wasn't on his bus; I had my own bus. Sorry, but then my bus, and all the words just start coming out, like almost like I had to get it out of me, or it had to come out because I didn't even plan it. I was trying to write something different. To be honest with you, I was trying to write something that takes place in the YMCA and shit, but
hmm.
I ended up here and it just came out like water. And then I read it to my wife and she was like, yo, I really like it. And I said, we should go try to get this and get it made. And we did. Um, I'm glad that you pointed out, Edward, that there's something about it that doesn't seem typical of me. Well, I'm trying not to be typical. Like, I hate to say that out loud, but it's true. Like Man with the Iron Fist, which I love, was a dream come true. But my second film was Love Beats Rhymes, which was about poetry and hip hop music, and it was a female following a female and a broken up in her heart getting broke. So I tried to show that I could tell a drama story. And my agent told me that people think you only do action. And so I did that movie to say I don't. And then I did Cutthroat City, which is crime mixed with tragedy. And so I wanted to show that, yo, I could tell that story. And then I come back to this one. And now I didn't write the two in the middle.
Oh, sure.
But this one I write again. And now I said, well, let me write it, finish writing it, of course, but also let people know that, yo, of course I'm gonna have somebody get their ass kicked, bro. I like action, okay? Wu-Tang Clan, nothing to fuck with. But also, don't forget I got songs like Can It Be So Simple? Where you gotta be retrospective. I got songs like Cash Rule Everything Around Me, where you gotta think about growing up and going through a struggle, right? I got songs like La Rumba, where it's just me and a bunch of girls just dancing on the wall. You know what I mean? So as an artist, I try to show all my things. One spoon of chocolate, I actually put a spoonful of a lot of different things into this.
It's great to mix it up for sure. I definitely can see why that would be the case. And you worked with Shamik again from Cutthroat City. Was he like the first person you went to and said, "Hey, I have this new script. What do you think?"
He was. Yeah, I went to him at page 60.
Okay.
And he had some reservations when I finished it. At page 60, he was good, but when he got through the whole thing, when I finished it, he was like, he had a couple of questions, like, and I said, well, he trusts me. He trusts me as a director. I trust him as an actor, and that trust led us to be like, you know what? He trusted me that I'm not going to make this, because it's not Judgment Night or American History X. It's not those things. You know what I mean? It's a spoonful of that in there, but it's not that, right? And the warmth and the consciousness of it exists, and that's what I think is making it special. Is that if you would have not made it to the end, you still would have satisfaction from some of the things that already happened. But of course, you get very satisfied at the end.
Well, I want to ask about some of the other cast. I mean, I love RJ. I spoke to him a few months ago, another movie, but I have to really talk to you about the music because I'm a music guy myself. So working with Tyler Bates on the music. I mean, obviously you've composed, you're a musician, you're a composer, you've scored other people's movies, your own movies. What made you want to bring in Tyler, and how did you guys work together?
Okay, I think I needed help on this. I was too close to it. And so my buddy Mark Abraham, who I brought on board to help me out in post-production, he also produced Man with the Iron Fist. He saw it. He said, I think I know who you need to help with the music. And he said, I got a friend. And Tyler Bates was that friend. And so I met with Tyler, and he watched the film, and he was like, I think I want to help you share this film with people. And so he said he's going to come on board. And then when he came on board, we just spent time together, and we just kind of started vibing and digging each other. And he was like, let's do it together. He has a great studio that he has with some great equipment, and I was able to go over there and play with a lot of his toys and shit. And I think we ended up with a really cool score.
So you guys were actually working together most of the way through. You're not like doing separate things, separate cues and stuff.
Both.
Okay.
We'll say let's say Tuesday, Wednesday, we go to his crib, separate, come back again Friday. You know what I mean? Play stuff, leave stuff, send stuff. Okay, I'm gonna cover this in my studio, bring it back. What do you think about that? It was real collaborative.
That's awesome. I assume there's going to be a record released, some kind of soundtrack record?
Actually, his company will release the record.
Listen, man, it's great meeting you, and congrats on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I can't wait to see what you guys pull together for that, and I hope the rest of the Wu-Tang Clan are excited.
Everybody feels proud of that moment.
Excellent. Yeah, I saw NWA when they got inducted, but they just came on and talked. They didn't like actually perform.
Well, I hope Wu-Tang is brave enough to perform. That'd be dope, right?
Yeah, I think it would. I mean, you guys were still kind of together doing stuff. It's not like, Absolutely. Listen, it was so great meeting you finally. I'm a big fan of your work over the years, and very, 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 really excited by what you're doing as director as well as a musician, obviously. So
thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks, Edward.
Good job, man.
Peace.
Take care, man. See ya.
If you want to live,
I suggest you leave this town immediately.
Still in the field.
I can stand here and fight for what's mine.
Liberation is one of the commandments of God. He who has prepared to enter the kingdom shall enter the kingdom.
This system is a giant. They just slew a giant with a goddamn slingshot.
Your technique is second to none. That was a magnificent display of the Mandingo style.
Now witness. He who seeketh shall find. He who knocketh, it shall be opened.